There's no fire in the hole today. The temperature in South Florida has dipped down below 60 degrees. And that's good news for me because we're going to cold smoke some cheese. Please stay tuned. Hello and welcome once again to my backyard. From the noisiest neighborhood in the known universe. I tell you what, if that lawnmower guy comes back, I'm going to lose it. But anyway, what we're doing here today is we're going to cold smoke some cheese. And this is my cold smoke generator. And I've got some Applewood smoking chips that are made for it. And it's like sawdust. That you fill this thing up with this sawdust, like so. And I think I got a little bit too much in there, but that's okay. We can get it out of there. We can dump some out. You want that the top of that coil to show so that the fire doesn't jump over the coil. See what I mean? Anyway, there you go. That's good enough right there. That's good for like 6 to 8 hours of smoke. We only need about 3 hours of smoke to get our cheese smoked. Anyway, all I gotta do now is light this little tea light, like so. Slide it up under here. Takes about 15 minutes for the tea light to get the stuff going. In the meantime, let me show you what I got for cheese. Stay tuned. So while my cold smoke generator is getting started, let me show you what I got. Got some white cheddar, some sharp cheddar, some Gruyere. Smoked Gruyere is excellent, and smoked Gouda. And I got to get the wax off the Gouda and get these unwrapped and get them on the grill. And then I'll put this in the pit barrel, and then I'll show you what that looks like. We'll get smoking our cheese, so stay tuned. My cold smoke generator is starting to generate some smoke. So now we're going to take the cheese that we've got laid out here, set it on the rack. We've got some nice sharp cheddar, some Gruyere, some Gouda, and some white cheddar. And we're going to smoke that up. It takes about 3 hours. And after that, we have to wrap it in plastic wrap, and we can't taste it for a whole week. So while that's smoking, I think what we'll do is we'll drink a beer, and then we'll come back next week. Oh, that smoke is heavy. It's not that heavy, but it's getting in me. Anyway, we'll come back next week, we'll drink another beer when we taste the cheese. So stay tuned, we'll drink a beer, then I'll wrap the cheese, and then the end of the video will be next week when I taste the cheese, and we'll drink another beer. So stay tuned, you get a two for this week, 2 beers and 4 cheeses. So stay tuned. So before I wrap the cheese, it's time for a brew. Here's today's amazing brew. Biscayne Bay Brewing Company right here in South Florida. Captain Kolsch, a Kolsch style brew, which is what they drink in Germany. They like their Kolsch. Let's pour that out. I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful brew. My mug is hardly even getting unfrosted today. It's so cold. And we still got quite a bit of head on that. Kolsch. That's the way they like them up there in Germany and Amsterdam. Captain Kolsch. Crisp and light-bodied German-style lager. Can barely get it all in the glass, but I'm going to try. And I did it. I got it all in the glass. Let's take a sniff of that. A Kolsch. I'll bet it smells good. Smells great. Smells crisp and clean. It's got a nice light lacy head. Let's quaff the froth off number 1 roll. This is beer number 1. There will be a second beer when I taste the cheese a week from now. I gotta wrap it up in a minute. Let's quaff the froth. Ah yeah, that's a good brew right there. I don't have to worry about it getting warm. It hasn't broke 70 degrees today, so stay tuned, we'll wrap up that cheese. Well, the cheese has been in the smoke for 4 hours. There's no science to this. You just got to take the cheese and put it in some plastic wrap and wrap it up. And then we're going to put it in the refrigerator for a week before we get to taste it. So that's one piece wrapped up. Let me get the rest of it wrapped up, get it in the fridge. I'll see you a week from now. We'll drink another beer and taste the cheese. So stay tuned. Well, it's been a week and my smoked cheeses have been in the fridge for a week. It's been the hardest week of my life trying to keep away from these cheeses. But let's take a taste of them, but first let's drink a beer. This will be beer number 2 for this episode, which is a first. I've never had 2 different beers in one episode. And today's beer, there's the Frosty Root Boy mug. Let me get that up there front and center where you can see it. And here's today's second beer of the week, Ballast Point Sea Rose, a tart cherry wheat ale. Now I know my buddy Victor Bitters is rolling his eyes right now because he doesn't do wheat ale, and normally, Victor, neither do I. I'm not wild about it either. But I gotta tell you, I like the cherry wheat from Sam Adams, and I think I'm gonna like this Ballast Point cherry wheat ale. It's gonna go good with my cheese, I think. So let's pour some of that out. So you got 2 beers in one episode for this week. Special just for you, 2 for 1. That's a beautiful, it's a kind of a rose-colored sea rose. I guess that's why they call it sea rose, because it's a kind of a rose-colored beer. Sea rose, cherry wheat, tart cherry wheat. Let's see if we can get it all in the glass. And I did it. Let's take a sniff of that. I'm expecting that cherry flavor to jump out at me. Yep, smells great. Ballast Point Brewing Company. They're a world-class brewing company. Let's take a taste of that. It's not bad. Like I said, I don't usually do wheat beer, but I made an exception for this one. Wheat beers, it doesn't really have a pronounced cherry flavor, but wheat beers take on the flavors that you add to them better than normal beers. Let's taste this cheese before I lose my mind. It's been a whole week. I can't wait to have a slice of some of this. I think I'm going to try the sharp cheddar first. Let me get a slice of that sharp cheddar. And when I open the that looks good, doesn't it? When I open the wrappings on these, you could really smell the smoke flavor. You can smell it on the cheese. Let me take a taste of that. Excellent. Wonderful. Man, that's great. Smoked cheese is the way to go. I like the way the Gruyere looks, but I want to take a taste of this white cheddar. It got the most color change of any of the cheeses. It was very white, and now it's you can see the smoke tinge to it. Let me take a taste of that. Ah, excellent. This is great. Smoking your own cheese is the way to go. Instead of paying high prices at the grocery store. It takes a couple of hours and a cold smoker. You got it made. Anyway, that's my video. Took over a week to make it. Hope you appreciate it. I know I do. You know, I'm sorry, but I'm dying to try this Gouda. I love Gouda, and smoked Gouda is even better. Yeah, smoked Gouda. Does that look good? Oh, that's Gouda. Very good. Yeah, so anyway, you know what I always say. If you like this crap, please subscribe. Talk with my mouth full. If you don't, I want you to go see my buddy Rivet Gardner. I like to say Rivet Gardner is the best kept secret on YouTube. The man should have 1,000, 10,000 subs. He's the greatest cook on YouTube, one of the greatest. And he always cooks up something good. He's been away for a while, but he's back now. He came back. I just saw a new video from him today. So go check out John Rivet Gardner. He's a great guy and a great cook. Subscribe to me. Come back next week. I may not cook anything good, but I will drink a beer. And this week we drank 2 beers. We had the Sea Rose and we had the Captain's Kolsch in the beginning of the video. But it's a week later now, so we get to drink another beer. Okay, babies? Anyway, bye. See you later.